Okay, we've done problems like this before, but we did it as proportions where we did part over base is equal to percent over 100. And I'm sure you will like that way better, but I'm going to show you another way to do this. And it's using an equation. So it's the same kind of problems that we're doing, only now it's going to be an equation that looks like this. Part is equal to percent times base, okay? And then you'll just solve it because it'll be like a one-step equation. This is still your is, and this is still your of. The hard thing though is that you can't use a percent. You have to change it to a decimal. So it's like you got an extra step to do where you didn't have to do it when you did proportions, okay? Then we're going to be doing an interest, which is I equals P times R times T. And I is the interest earned. P is the principal. So principal is what you invest or borrow. Rate is the percent that's being charged. So this is the percent. And T is for the time. So basically it's like when you're doing an investment at a bank. So you put money into a bank, they give you a certain percentage on your money that you invest, and over time you earn interest. So when we get to this, I'll give you 3 of these and you will have to find the missing one. So again, it's like make sure you know algebra. So here are your 2 major formulas that you're going to use, okay? So see, it's the same kind of problem that we were doing before, but this time, remember, we're doing part equals percent B. And don't forget, you have to change this to a decimal, okay? So, and remember, this is and this is of. 38% of 22. So really, you're just doing part is equal to 38 hundredths times 22. And that's it. And then you just multiply those 2 numbers. And so you say 38% of 22 is 8 3600ths, because all you're doing is multiplying those 2 numbers. Because that, remember, I will give you 2 of the 3 pieces. So 64 hundredths times 48 is all you're doing for that to find out what your part is equal to. Helps you erase that so you can see it. So I have my is and I have my of, and I'm looking for my percent. Okay, so you got to be careful with this one. So you have part is equal to base times percent. Okay, so one-step equation, solve for your percent. So you're going to divide both sides by 25. Now, when you do 19 divided by 25, you're going to get a decimal, 76 hundredths. It's not your answer, because remember, you're looking for the percent. So in order for you to get the percent, you got to multiply that by 100 or move it 2 places over, and you'll say 76%. Okay, so don't forget that step. We're looking for the percentage. So once you get the decimal, you have to change it into the percent. Okay, and remember the other way we did it was part over base equals percent over 100. I didn't have to do and remember to multiply it by 100 because it was already built into the formula. 19 times 100 divided by 25 gave me 76. So this one is kind of all inclusive, a little bit easier to do and not having to remember all these steps. But it's good to know more than one way. So here we have 8 is equal to 25 times the percent. Get rid of the 25 to both sides. Do 8 divided by 25. You're going to get 32 hundredths. Remember, I want the percentage, so you got multiply it by 100 and you get 32%. Okay? 84 is the part. I have the percentage as a decimal. I'm looking for the base this time. So I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 1600ths. So 84 divided by 1600ths, and you're going to get 525. That's your base. So 84 is 16% of 525. Okay. This one, 315, is 4200ths times the base. Go ahead and divide both sides by 4200ths. And you'll quickly will find out 750 is your base. So remember, part equals percent as a decimal times base. Okay, what is the sale price of the ring? So the regular price of the ring is $495. It's on sale for 20% discount. So if it's on sale for 20%, that means that it's selling for 80% of the price, because together they make 100%. So the easiest way to do this is to take 495 and multiply it by 80%, because it's 80% of the cost. So together you're trying to make 100. This is the discount. If I was asking you for the amount that's off, I would do 20%, but I'm asking you for how much is it going to cost me. So I'm just going to do 80% times 495 to find out that my total cost is going to be $396 now, because it's 80% of the original price. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Otherwise, what you do is you have to take, let me erase the ink. You would take 20% of $495 and get $99. That's not how much it's going to cost you. That's how much it's off of $495. Because then I'm going to have to do $495 minus 99 to get the $396. That's one way. Method 2 is to do 80%, and then you'll get the sale price right away. So it's up to you what method you want to do. You could take 20% off of the price and then subtract it from the original, or you can just know if it's 20% off, then it's 80% of the price. Just multiply those two and you have your sale price. So find the sale price again. If it's 15% off, how much of the original is it? 85, because 85 and 15 make 100. So you're just going to do 85% as a decimal, 8500ths times 1,295 to get that. By the way, this just dates the book, doesn't it? Stereo system. Who's got stereo system? Okay, here's your I equals P times R times T. If you need to, rewind back to find out that I told you I represents interest, not investment. It's interest. P is what you invest or borrow. That's your principal. R is the percent, the rate that the bank is going to pay you, or you have to pay the bank if it's a loan. T is the time it takes for you to earn that interest. So suppose you invest $2,000. That's your P. That's what you're investing. At an annual interest, here's your rate. How long, meaning I need to know my time, that's my question, will it take to earn $495? This is your I. So I have 490, I think I can just show you. I have $495 equals here's your I, your P, your R, and your T. And don't forget what I keep telling you. You can't use percents. You have to change them into decimals. So you would need to divide this by 100 to get it to your decimal. Okay, don't forget that. That's generally the mistake I see. So now this is basic algebra. Start to put these two numbers together. Once you multiply this, you get 90. One-step equation, you're going to go ahead and divide both sides by 90 and find out it's going to take you about 5.5 years to earn $495 on your investment. Do it again. You invest this, that's your P, at an annual rate of this. Immediately cross that out and write it as a decimal. You're looking for the T, and this is your I. So 875 is equal to our principal times our interest rate times time. Multiply these two together, then divide 875 by that amount to find out it'll take you 4 years to do that. That's it. Good luck.